Hello, my friends. It is Monday morning. We are going to talk some BS. We're going to shine some light on our BS. We are going to uncover our BS. We're going to become aware of our BS. This is where change happens, is when we start to really take a step back and go, it is this BS that's tripping me up, that isn't allowing me to be happy or to be free or to love freely. And you guys all know what BS stands for, right? Our belief system. It's our belief system that is tripping us up. So this week is all about being curious and asking ourselves these questions. What is my BS? What is the BS that is stopping me from moving forward or being free or loving fully and completely, right? What belief system is stopping you? So last week, I asked you to start looking at death as a teacher. And if you were, the angel of death came in and said, you know, it's time to go, and you're going, no, I have so many other things to do. Give me another day, or give me a week, or give me a month. Right? What would you do with that time? What would you do? And why don't you do it right now? Start today. And if you're going, well, I thought about it all week long and I don't even know where to begin. It begins by shining some light on our BS. It begins by shining some light on our belief systems. So a couple of months now, we've been really dipping into awareness, like becoming aware of everything ourselves. I'm talking not awareness of the world out there. I'm talking about the awareness of the world in here, in who we are, in who we want to show up in our day of being. So this is where we go, we shine some light, and we shine some light on our belief system. And what is our belief system? You know what a belief is? A belief is simply a thought that we keep thinking. And maybe it's a thought that was programmed into our mind. Maybe it was a thought, right? An experience that we experienced. And then it became a thought that then, after thinking of it, became a belief. So beliefs can be changed, but you have to want them to change. You have to shed some light on them to go, wait a minute, this isn't even my belief. I don't want this anymore. And then you need to change it. There's the desire. And then this is what this tap-in is all about. So we can set the intentions. So let's just break this down a little bit. So our beliefs are what? Thoughts we just keep thinking. And when we think these thoughts, we get a feeling. And that feeling is either going to be comfortable or uncomfortable. Or that feeling is going to be either, feeding fear, or it's going to be feeding love. So once we can break that down, well, this thought is feeding this feeling. What follows the feeling? Our behaviors. And what follows our behaviors is the action we take or the action we don't take. And the action is really what determines our experience or the outcome or the results in our life. So this is where we have the ability to create our own reality. But it goes right back to shining some light on our own BS, our belief system. So this week, I want you to ask yourself, I want you to question everything. I want you to question every belief, every thought, every feeling, every behavior, and every action that you have. I want you to be curious. And I want you to ask yourself this question. Is this even mine? Is this thought even mine? Is this belief even mine? Is this feeling I'm having even mine? How about this behavior? How about this action? Is it even mine? Because if it's not ours, we have the choice to release it. No, that one belonged to my mother or my father, or this person in my life that had, a profound effect on me. That's who it belonged to. So we gotta go in. What are we complaining about in our life right now? What do we get really worked up about in our life right now? What's creating havoc? This is where we bring that ego in, and we're shining some light on that unaware ego, because the unaware ego is all caught up in these thoughts and these beliefs, and when we're triggered by something, or you know what? The unaware ego sits in judgment or victim. And when we sit in judgment or we sit in victim, there's all of these stories and all of these complaints and all of these fears. And it really comes down to all of our BS, our belief system. So we ask, is this mine? And you know what? If the answer is yes, yeah, this is mine. Where did it come from? And do I want to hold it? Do I still want to be this? Do I still want to hold on to this belief and this thought? We have choices. Behavior follows belief, and any belief can be changed. How? With awareness, shining some light on these belief systems, having the desire to change it, saying, I don't want to hold on to this anymore. This isn't even mine. Or maybe it is mine, but I don't want to hold on to it anymore either. I don't want this person who traumatized me at some point in my life to have any more power over me. Or I don't want this family line of beliefs and behaviors to follow along and pass it on to, my children. I want to stop it now. And I get to. But this takes a little bit of work. This takes that awareness. It takes that desire to want to change it. It takes the stories and all of those things saying, well, I can't, right? Let's go back to that belief. What if you have a belief that you're not good enough or smart enough or pretty enough or lovable enough, right? Where did, what are the thoughts that are surrounding, right? Because underneath that thought is a feeling. And if you're feeling that you're not good enough or smart enough, it's going to lead to certain behaviors and actions that you either take or you don't take. So you got to go back to that belief, that thought. You got to say, no. I'm not going to think that anymore about myself. We can change that, but you got to want to change it. You got to want to get out of that role of being a judge of yourself or maybe others, right? Maybe you were taught to hate a certain group of people. You don't have to. You're going, that's not even my thought or my belief anymore. I don't feel that. Because there are times, let's take the example of, I'm not smart enough. What if you've had a feeling in your life that you're going, I love this feeling. I love how this doing this particular act makes me feel. And I would like to do more of this. And when you get this feeling, right, maybe you're being guided to go down a different career path, or maybe you're attracted to some particular person, but then the belief system takes over. I'm not supposed to love this kind of person, or I'm not smart enough to do what, this feels really good, but I'm not smart enough, right? Maybe you wanted to be something or be someone, but you didn't think you were smart enough. So the belief system took over. And you started thinking, well, I'm not smart enough, or I'm not pretty enough, or I'm not supposed to, because I was taught to hate this, or taught to think I wasn't smart enough or good enough. And so all of our choices and our behaviors and our actions fed that. So look at your life. And it's never too late to change. I've done most of my changing of my belief system in my 50s. I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. You can do this. You can change this. But it starts in here. It starts by shining some light on your BS. Doesn't matter whether it was fed to you, programmed into you, or an experience. If it's yours, you can change it. If it's not yours, you can change it. Go in, find the desire. What do you want to change? It all comes down to that awareness. Sit back, feel, allow yourself to see, come out of the busyness of life and really sit with this. Sit with our belief systems and our thoughts. And you can come in and say, I don't want to be that anymore. I don't want to believe that anymore. I don't want to think that anymore. I don't want to feel that anymore. I don't want to behave that way anymore. I don't want to act that way. But maybe I want to act this way now instead. Get the desires, get that going. Shine some light on the awareness. And then set intentions every day. So this week's intention, question everything. Ask, is this mine? And if it is, do I want to keep it? You know, things are working good in your life? Yeah, keep that. That's a belief I want to keep. That's a thought I want to keep. That's a behavior and an action I want to keep. Let's move. Let's tap this in. We got a couple of minutes. All righty. Oh, it's liberating. It's freedom to take this responsibility for our own beliefs and our own thoughts. So we just kind of move and shake and bounce and go, yeah, I don't have to believe this anymore. I don't have to think this thought. And again, I don't care who programmed this into my mind or what experience it was. Shake it out. I don't need this anymore. I don't want to be that person anymore. I don't want to have this behavior anymore. This isn't even my anger. This isn't even my fears. I'm going to let it go. Yeah, march it out, stand tall. I'm going to take my power back. I'm going to create my own beliefs. Let's bring the knees up. I'm going to create my own thoughts. I'm going to think about what it is that I want. And you know what? When we do that, when we follow our heart, when we create new belief systems, let's just tap it. And everybody around us, tap it into every fiber of your being. Everybody around us benefits. It's not selfish. No, we're taking our power back. We're becoming authentic. Tap into these points. These are joy points. Just tap into them. Yeah. Shining some light on my belief system, my BS. And I'm asking every single day, let's rub our hands together. Let's tap underneath the eyes. I'm asking, I'm opening my awareness. I'm going to be curious. I'm questioning every single thing this week. Breathe it in. Just be curious. Even if nothing changes this week besides just getting really clear on what is and isn't yours. Tapping underneath all of our energy. So ask, is this even mine? Be curious. It's not even mine. Or maybe it is. Okay, still curious. And then where does the desire come in? Do I want to change this? Do I want to hold on to this behavior, this action, this feeling, this thought? No, I want to let it go. Okay, and then we tap into the thymus, the heart center. And as we do this, it's also important that you tap into the things that you do want to keep. I like this belief. I like this thought. I like when I feel this and when I behave or act in this way. Well, check that off. I'm going to keep that. I'm grateful for that belief. I'm grateful for that thought. Is it mine? We can ask that. Is it mine? Maybe, maybe not. Yay, keeping that one. And then underneath, metabolize it all. So go find, shed some light on all of your BS. The good BS, the good belief system, the not good belief. And ask, be curious. Is this mine? You know what? You gotta start there, but it doesn't matter whether it's yours or not. You still tap into the desire and say, well, do I want to keep it? Do I want to hold on to this? It's time for change. It really is. Again, last week when we looked at death as our teacher. How do you want to live your life? And if you had a week or a month or a few days left, those beliefs wouldn't even matter anymore, right? So my friends, you have a wonderful week. Shine some light, be curious, open your mind, because it doesn't matter who you are, what you've lived, or how old you are, or what's going on in your life. We can all do this. We can all take a look inward, shine some light on our belief system, and make that first step to go, yeah, change starts here. Namaste, my friends.